Hello snowboarders of the internet, I'm your host Avran LeFeber, and in this video we're going to be reviewing the Marhar Lumberjack. Now I know some of you are saying, what's up with the graphic on this? Well, this is a custom one-off that they made for me, and they could make one for you. But let's dive into this review of the board. This board features Marhar's all-mountain powder freestyle camber profile, which is flat into rocker in the tip and the tail. This is going to make it a little more buttery and playful and give you optimal float in powder, but it also helps with ease of entry in and out of turns. This board is only available in 3 sizes, 152, 155, and 158. I rode this board at Copper Mountain on a day that was overcast with pockets of blue skies, little bit of wind. I rode it on perfect corduroy, chunder pow, and perfect powder, and I rode it with my Rome Black Label bindings and my K2 Thraxis boots. As this is a twin powder freestyle board, you have softer tips, progressively stiffening up through the middle with a lot of torsional flex. Overall, it's a playful middle-of-the-road twin party board flex. Now there is stability due to the width of this board, but at high speeds you will notice that the tip starts flapping, and that does somewhat resonate back underfoot. In really rutted out terrain, this board can get knocked around, so keep your knees bent and just be aware of that. With the camber profile on this board, you get a skate-like pop, which means you don't have to load it up. You can just be riding along and you're going to snap off that back foot, and it's going to engage from the flat into the rocker and give you a little bit more spring. Is it the snappiest board out there? No, but it does get the job done. I really wouldn't hesitate to ollie a slow sign or a fat skier family. You're sending side hits, you're going to be able to boost. Now when it comes to jumps, as I said, it's still not the snappiest, so the lip does end up doing a bit more work, but it's not a slouch. You can handle hitting jumps with it. What's nice is that added width of it gives you a little bit more surface area to compensate in the landing if you get a little off kilter, which makes it more versatile from small, medium, to even some largish jumps. This thing is made for buttering. You got rocker in the tips with a softer flex. You can just roll forward, roll back, you're gonna be in a press, or you can pop into it and it's going to lock. You have so much width up at the nose and the tail. It's just the optimal sweet spot that holds on. You get a little bit of spring right where the flat meets the rocker, so when you're really pressing into it, you're gonna notice that it pops out, but it's not overwhelming. You don't have to bring your A game. You can be laid back with it. And that's the same thing when it comes to jibbing. This thing will lock into a press, but you never feel like you're manhandling it to hold it. It just locks and it's ready to go. When you get sideways, it slightly hugs the feature between the feet, but that's just due to the flat camber right there. You know, it doesn't really hug or just feel like it's going to clap out on you. It'll get the job done. And again, super wide board, so it's going to be really stable on a jib. Well, you never have to worry about booting out on this board because it's so wide, which makes it nice for carving on it. Is it going to be a board that you're going to rip deep, hard, aggressive carves with all the time? No, but when you need to, it can handle it. It does steer more right underfoot, so you get that skate type feel when you're engaging it from edge to edge. It's quick and nimble for its width in regard to the proportion of someone's boot. Obviously, if you have like a size 7 foot, probably going to be a little bit sluggish, but if you're a 9 or up, you're really not going to notice any issues with it. I will say that short, tight, quick turns or mellow carves are really its strong suit, but if you want to lay it over and get down low, go for it. So who's this board for? The big-footed freak or someone that wants an ultra-wide powder twin that can handle the whole resort. I won't lie, this board always will hold a special place in my heart because I helped design it. And it's always been able to do what its intended purpose was and more. It's ultra wide, it's stable, it's playful where you want it. It's just a fun all-around ride. Sure, they softened the core up a little bit this year, so it's a little more playful. That's not a bad thing. Just makes it more buttery. Makes it easier to engage and get it on top of fresh pow. I love this thing. I'm glad that they made this custom one for me. I'm glad that, you know, I have an original one as well to see the progression of it. If you're really looking for an ultra wide twin, this is one of the ones you should be looking at. And if you want camber, they make it in camber with the Lumberjack X, which I will have a review of that. Comparable boards, the Spring Break Powder Twin, the K2 Party Platter, the Libtech Short Wide. This has been my review of the Marhar Lumberjack. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Do you own one? Are you gonna buy one? Leave me a comment down below. Let's have a conversation about this snowboard. If you're new here, remember to subscribe, click the bell, get those notifications, that way you're not missing any of the videos we got coming out for all you snowboarders of the internet. And if you really want to support us and just help us grow out what we're doing over here, swing on over to Angry Snowboarder VIP. I could tell you more here, but I got a video over there that explains it so much better. As always, I've been your host, Avran LeFeber, and I'll see you in another video.